Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is, wherever you are. Hello again, and welcome back to the channel, or for the first time. If you're new here, I'm James, and this is going to be a full frame-by-frame breakdown of everything that I can find, at least, in the Wheel of Time Season 2 trailer. I'm just going to be going through this on one of the slower speeds on YouTube, and yeah, talking about each frame, because there is a lot to unpack here. A lot to unpack. So let's just get on with it, because this video might be quite a long one. I'm going to put the playback speed down, so I'm going to turn the volume down as well, because it makes the sound very weird. But I might do like another pass at the end just to talk about the audio on its own. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. Right, let's dive in. Starts pretty slow from what I remember. So we've got Moiraine in what looks like it might be either the Foregate of Cairhien or maybe Falmer, but I'm thinking Foregate of Cairhien because of how she's dressed.
Everyone has a choice.
She says everyone has a choice, but Ta'Shar don't. Got a shot of the White Tower there. Nothing too important to focus on, though there is a shot later in the trailer that's similar, but like dark around it. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. You can actually see a bit of blue there as well. I'm guessing that's Moiraine. Wait, actually, yeah. If that's Moiraine, then she is back at the White Tower. It's kind of confusing.
And every choice has a consequence.
Feeling lost without the power.
We didn't defeat the Dark One.
That looked like a rising sun on his back.
We set him free.
Got a knife, about to fight a Fade. Got a cool shot of Ishamael a bit right before he disappears. Gwen weaving something. Looks like we might be in the White Tower here, based on her outfit, and some of the statues maybe look similar to like the way that the water statues were built at that height in the White Tower, but I'm thinking deep in the White Tower, like maybe a waygate under the White Tower, and she's trying to help Leandrin open it or something. I don't know. It's a bit weird that she's on her own. Yeah, I'm not sure about this shot. Could be a lot of things. Of course, Leandrin. Slightly different outfit this time around. She's going to be convincing the girls this season to follow her through a waygate. Even the red brooch there, very nice touch. Darker colours as well. And I should probably mention before we go any further, this is going to be full book spoilers. If you haven't read the Wheel of Time books, there's risk for you watching this content, because I'm going to be talking in full detail. I'm not going to hide the identities of dark friends or anything like that. So sorry, but tune out now if you don't want to get spoiled on the books and you haven't read them.
No.
Okay, we got a Dark Front social here. Is that Ishay just like walking around the table there? Go even slower. Can go slower. So it looks like Ishi's walking around the table. That's obviously a white cloak. We've seen the shot before, but a while ago. Looks like a red dress there. Could be an ice dye, maybe. It's so hard to tell from just the cuffs. That's Pattern Fern. Like 100% Pattern Fern. Just with the sleeves there. And he has rings as well, which he had in season 1. I'm not sure who that is. That could be anyone. All that. Yeah, there's a lot of, obviously. I mean, this person's like 5 years old. That must be a child. Because look how short they are. It's either that or Samael.
No one should have that much power.
She's saying that to Alana. Maybe she's talking about the power over the Terangrill during the testing? I don't know. So is she weaving some stuff here that looks kind of like greenish? And I don't know if that's intentional or if it's just the colouring of the shot. But I'm wondering if this might be the true power. We might see him using the true power here to unleash Lanfear on her. Still got the Terangrill on his hand as well. She does not. Don't really get all the blood, but I guess it makes it a cold shot. Okay, we got some Damani channeling. Okay. Yeah. So they look more yellowy than the green that Ishii had. I feel like that's more of a green than a yellow. Like there, that looks greeny to me, not yellow. Whereas this looks yellow again. It's brighter. It's pale, like a paler tone. So I think that might be the true power. They're just blasting everyone. I mean, it's kind of unusual that they use air, right? They just kill them all with lightning or some fire or whatever. But, I mean, I'm not complaining that the main characters are dying, but it seems unlike Sean Tamalo to use air. Then again, that is a big blast. Turn the audio down a bit further because I apologise for how weird it sounds. Man, they spent so long on this frame. Okay. Something opening. I'm not sure if that's the same place because that Didn't really look like an Aes Sedai there. I think that's a Trixie shot, but not actually related, possibly.
Together we face the...
So that's Sheriam there in the back of the shot. I can't tell who this middle person is. It's obviously Leandrin. I'm guessing Alana's somewhere in the back. Don't know who this is. That's Sheriam. She wearing black? That'd be weird. Riding through the mountains out of Shinar.
Now in separate corners of the
You got a ring on?
world.
Looks like a big ring. Like, not like the ring he was wearing last season. Almost like it's a wolf head ring or something. Oh boy. Lanfear! And not only do we see here that it's Lanfear, it's Celine. Whether or not we get that name, this is Celine. Acting Celine. And I love that, because I didn't know if they were going to go with that whole thing, but they clearly are, and Rand clearly looks so comfortable with her, and she's playing him like a fool. There's little rings on her fingers as well. I'm guessing one of them might be a crescent moon. Obviously, very hard to tell from here, but that's just a guess. Natasha O'Keeffe is so damn beautiful, and I don't blame Rand. Look at her open her eyes, going, "Oh, this poor idiot has no idea." But at the same time, also just being a little happy to be there, which is just in that one glance at the camera, I get so much acting from Natasha. That's actually crazy. I mean, like, I knew she was a talented actress, but that's actually crazy how much she got into that tiny little shot. Where is he? Where on earth is this? This looks like Age of Legends. Like, this doesn't look like the Third Age. Trying to figure out who the thing is, the figure in the distance is, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know where this is at all. If you've got any ideas, shout them out in the comments. I can only assume that this might be either a Teleran Riod scene, a Dream Shard scene, or some sort of weird flashback to Luce Theron's time scene. But honestly, kind of a bit clueless on this one. That lantern is probably the most on-time looking thing. He looks very sober. Bit dead inside. Talbot at night. That's Moiraine on the horse. Not Aldib. Looks like Mandal, actually. See, the thing I'm wondering is if either Moiraine's back in the Light Tower or like, this is in Cairhien. And I just can't... I can't place what's going on. That's very cool. I wonder whether they're going with, like, threads for the different elements, like fire, water, earth, air, spirit, or if it's like a male-female thing in this season. To me, it's a bit odd to change it between seasons. I'd rather it be consistent, unless it's explained through, like, the characters' points of view as they learn more about it, and then it makes sense to me. Or it could make sense to me, depending on how they do it. But yeah, Rand channeling something here is, maybe not fully able to control. It does look like he's alone on this bed. Just checking the signs of Celine or Min. But can't see either one of them there. And we get a bit of a tease about Wolf Brother with some words from presumably Elias. Go on again with the golden eyes. Is that Moiraine? I did not catch that when I was doing my reaction. I feel like they threw this shot in here so quick. Holy shit. He's throwing Moiraine? I don't even know what to say about that. A fake version of her in the dream world, maybe? And he's like, "You're not Moiraine," and his hands as well look so beat and bruised and... Egwene looking very pained. I'm not going to stay too long on this shot because it's actually making me kind of sad and emotional. Okay, that looks like part of an accepted test. Like, she's failed to save someone's life, and then the gate opens behind her. Perhaps that's the dagger, and it looks like Matt in front of it. Hello. And he's trying not to reach for it. That is a perfect shot. I feel like Celine is going to do a number on Rand this season. I can't fucking wait. Okay, this is weird to me. Where do they meet? Unless Rand goes to the White Tower. Which would just be weird. It wouldn't make any sense if Rand was in the White Tower. Like, they'd never let him go. Where else could Logain be? The only other thing that makes any sense is if they're parading him around and they take Logain to Cairhien, and that's like Swan's excuse to get out of Tavlon so she can see Moiraine. Good work. He's asking Logain how to control him. And I already mentioned this ridiculously oversized Planquin in the last trailer reaction. All the nails there. No. Okay, the box opening with the Horn of Valyr inside. It looks like it's got dragon scales on it. And the box itself that we saw in Season 1. He also has fingers. His fingers are golden, though. He actually looks more done up than Suroth in a way. It's hard to tell which of them stands higher. And I honestly can't remember. They both got the same amount of fingernails. But his are golden. Interesting. Weird, like, scratches on the forehead as well. But Sean Chan are weird. The whole world will be ours. Very Turok. What's going in his ear? That's the weirdest jewelry I've ever seen. Okay. That demand is just a little girl. And she's trying to kill Elaine. And Gwen's fighting back. And that's how she's gonna get captured. Nynaeve goes nuts in a tiny village. I'm guessing that's inside the accepted test as well. I'm guessing that's how they handle her whole I channeled inside. You're not meant to be able to channel inside. Because obviously we don't have Aginor for her to have that whole scene with that she had in her first test in the books. So they have to find another way for her to channel inside if they want to run with that arc. And this apparently is what they're going with. Something that maybe she watches somebody die in Emmons Field and then, yeah, I don't know. I think this is the Heroes of the Horn. Yeah. Oh my god, that guy at the front faded in. This is the Heroes of the Horn 100%. I think at first when I just saw the flash shot in the trailer, I thought it was a White Cloak charge. This is the Heroes. Look how this guy at the front over here fades in and out. Like he goes into that, like he disappears there into like a foggy shadow and then reappears like more solid. Watching the others for any signs of the same thing. It's a very quick shot, so it's hard to tell. But the others are all a bit ethereal as well. I think that's the Heroes of the Horn first glimpse there. Leandrin dropping. Wait. That's the place where they reforged the rings. Has she killed an Aes Sedai and is hiding it by dropping the ring in? Or is this just something else entirely? Is she going there to get a ring for Nynaeve after becoming accepted? Who knows? It looks like she's about to drop something in. I have no idea who that little girl is. Like... I mean, it's as if it's meant to be Perrin's, but... Gotta be a dream sequence or something. I think this is a flashback as well, because they're both wearing the blue and they look a bit younger, and Swan's not in full regalia. Bit of love between the girls. Let's bring that. Is that Lyanna? Maybe? I mean, this looks like they're activating the door for the accepted test Terangriel, which looks cool. There's a lot of focus on that in this trailer, actually. And they go in saying, why would she stay if the friends are in trouble? So that's Leandrin misleading them into the Waygate. Elaine thinking, I guess I have to go too, because these are my friends now. Where could that be? I suppose it could be anywhere, nowhere. Adelaide and Bandines. What did he say then? You can't inspire yourself. Abby ended up doing some truly badass motherfuckery. Okay, that's Maxim and Nynaeve. Weird. Pretty sure that was Maxim anyway. Did Lan just backflip kick a fade? Holy shit, Lan's such a badass. Only he would. Yeah, this shot's weird to me. Like, why is it so dark and eerie and... Makes the whole city look evil. Leandrin sneaking about. Not entirely sure why she's sneaking about to have one dressed like this, but... Maybe she's trying to make her way to the Waygate without another Aes Sedai seeing her. So that's her coming out of one of the tests. That's Perrin in a white cloak. Maybe Dane? Maybe Geofrom? Maybe the other floppy head guy? Bounce the wheel.
It's the ones who survive.
He looks like he's about to face Turok. that was a heron mark on his blade as well, but it looked kind of different, and I like that. I like how he's got a Sean-chan heron marked blade. Look at his heron, it's so different. Holy shit. It's got old tongue on there as well. I mean, I'm not going to try and break down the old tongue. I can't speak that, but I'm sure that somebody else can. That heron is kind of cool. I kind of prefer that. That's weird. I've actually got the original heron mark tattooed on my leg, so it's weird that I prefer this one, but I like that. That's kind of slick. Even with those nails, is he going to use them as like a shield? Wait, there's a fiery sword there? Who's behind? Who was that? It's white hair. A fiery sword. I have no idea who that is. It could be like a random warder, like one of Adelaide or Vandine's warders or something. The fiery sword is weird though, it kind of reminds me of Rand more. But it did not look like Rand at all. Matt here. Has he already got an Ashandarai? That's a polearm or a spear. I mean, it's not the black Ashandarai, and it's nowhere near fancy enough, but it's definitely a staff with a blade on the end, which is interesting. And an explosion. Who's getting exploded though? Trying to figure out if this is some Sean-chan at Falmer or very hard to tell.
You are the water.
Yeah, I think this is Kyrian, not the White Tower. Because there's a lot of sun motif. And he was in such fancy clothing there. Is that the end? I don't feel like that took me as long as last time to go through. But yeah, there's a lot in here. And there's a lot I'm unsure about still. So if you guys have any ideas, throw them in the comments. Like this scene, I have no idea where this is. Like, it could just be a random Kyrian building, I guess. We don't really know what the interiors look like, but it just looks so out of place. Like a modern-day hospital, almost, rather than something Landisi. Like, where are these two talking? Got any idea? Put it in the comments. There's so many things here that I am kind of stumped on, and I love that. Who is killing Fade with a fiery sword near the end? Wherever it was. I've lost it. Well, I think that's about all that I can break down about this, for now at least. At least to go and digest some of the other content people are putting out and whatnot, and talk to other fans, and I'm sure there's plenty that I missed in there, as well as the things that I did catch. But yeah, I'm really excited. This was a great trailer, and it's making me really look forward to the second season. I'm hype. I'm hype. Today was a good day for Wheel of Time fans. And that's going to be all from me today. So if you like the video, make sure to spank the like button for RJ. You know he wants to. And spank the sub button, because subs like being spanked. It's only nice. Leave a comment down below as well. Let me know anything that you found that I didn't, as I already mentioned, or if you have more of an idea about any of those weird shots. And tell me what you think about those two. And until next time, Tai'Shar.